Hello everyone, Daniel here from the Next Issue Podcast. On today's video, I'll be doing a review for a new book from Image Comics, Deep Power Fantasy #1. Really excited to get into this, really excited to talk about this book because the creative team behind this is fantastic. So let's talk about them. This is written by KIERON GILLEN with art by CASPAR WIJNGAARD, Clint Cowles on letters, and Ryan Hughes on design of the book. Very fun stuff. Now, what is this book, you wonder? Well, let me give you a quick synopsis before I get into my actual review. Superpowered, you have certain preconceptions. They're incorrect. Here, the word has a specific technical definition, namely an individual with the destructive capacity of the nuclear arsenal of the United States. There are 6 people on Earth. The planet's survival there are six such people on Earth. The planet's survival relies on them never coming into conflict. Come dance on the ticking of the doomsday clock with KIERON GILLEN, writer of things like Die and The Wicked and the Divine, and CASPAR WIJNGAARD, artist in such things as Homesick Pilots and All Against All. This is the eternal fight against fighting. It starts now. I think the most fun part about this book is this concept of like, yeah, if there were superpowered beings, that there was no way for anyone that was a normal person to control them, or you never know what they're gonna do. Like, how would that work in the real world? And this world, this issue explores that kind of stuff in for a long time, really, but always approaching the concept in how would this work ethically. And I think that's the most important part that I think often gets overlooked in superpowered stories. Um, so yeah, this is just such a fun approach to the superpower kind of like hero genre. It's definitely something different, a new twist, and I think it's going to be a fun exploration of like what would beings with with the power of a nuclear arsenal, how would they kind of maintain a balance, maintain the peace, especially as society changes, as the governments change, as people's views grow differently throughout the decades. So it's really cool. It's a really fun. I also think we don't get to see everything because this is just the first issue, but we see enough to give us hints of like what are these powers like, how do they work, what is the balance that's being maintained. Now all that is presented by Caspar Wingard's amazingly beautiful, like the art is just not only fantastic, but the color palette, as we kind of move in through the time, through the decades, um, it changes in such a way that it really gives you those feelings of like we are not, like we really are moving through time. I think the powers when they are displayed look fantastic. Just they really pop out of the page, which is something that I love to see. I can't wait to read this physically. Of course, a lot of the reviews that we get in advance are digital copies, so I can't wait to check this out physically because I think the print's gonna really stand out. But let me give you a preview of some of the art here. As you can see, we are in 1966 in New York, and we meet 2 of these characters that are these superpowered beings. Now, the way that they're having a conversation, being very blasé about everything that's going on, it's really interesting and it really plays into the book. One thing that really stands out to me about Wingard's art usually is that very detailed backgrounds, right? There's a lot going on in the page, um, especially to indicate the time that they're in, but also like to give us hints at some of these characters. We see Valentina has a little mural here as they're walking around eating pizza. And then we get a little bit of a reveal that maybe this is just kind of a facade. This conversation may not be as peaceful as it seems. So there's definitely a lot happening here. And I think KIERON GILLEN such a good job to kind of streamline a lot of this story to bring the reader into the world. So I am a big fan of the creative team behind this and their separate work. So I can't wait to see what they do when they're working together like this. Very excited to keep reading this. The first issue, I believe it's around 40 pages or so. So it is a little bit oversized. So that's a lot of fun because it gives you enough to really hook you. And I'm definitely very interested and very invested in this story now, especially after the events of the first one. Once we get to the, like I said, we get to see these characters throughout different times. And oh boy, things really, like in the modern day, things really go, they ramp up very quickly. So really, really fun stuff. Of course, there's some beautiful, beautiful covers for some of these characters that you can pick up. So let me know which one you get into. And as always, thank you for watching, everyone. Remember to share, like, subscribe. If you've got a chance to read this, let me know what you thought about it down in the comments. And as always, thank you for watching, everyone. Remember to share, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when we go live. That is most Saturdays, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Stay tuned. We have more comic reviews, trailer reactions, TV recaps, all that fun stuff here in the channel. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye-bye.